have really given us a lot. They have provided a lot to both their families, the community, and the nation. The security we enjoy today, someone sacrificed for that. And this is the opportunity we all have to say thank you to our veterans, to pay it forward. And we just cannot do it by ourselves. We need help. And Brian has been brave enough to start this wonderful project, Project Die. And we have committed ourselves to support him to make sure that this dream comes true. And that is what Zita's Healthy Beginnings does. We try to take care of women and families and their children. And we do that through education, through advocacy, and through training of doulas and community health workers. And I have personally worked with veteran families, and the women are awesome. They have not only given our country the service that is very important, they have also gone the extra mile of taking on motherhood on top of the whole thing, and they're raising kids. Some of them are even single mothers. So I really applaud our single moms out there, especially those of them who are also veterans. We celebrated Mother's Day yesterday, so I congratulate you and I appreciate what you do. So we're gonna invite Brian to come on and give us the update for the week. Come on, Brian.
Well, hello, Sister Zita. Oh, it's been
Hi.
a busy week, busy week.
Wow.
Moving around, moving and shaking. We had our monthly volunteer day this last Saturday. All that work we did that week before with the VFW District 15 clearing the trails. Yeah, we had to redo that. We had a few windstorms down here. So all the new dead trees have fell across the trails. But hey, the mission goes on. All right, I got one big praise report and a big need. I'm just going to share my screen and we're going to talk about that. Push this. Okay. This is our praise report. We have been blessed with the donation of 20 twin XL mattresses, brand new in the box, for forward operating base brush. Praise God on that.
Hallelujah.
Well, now we need some help because we need to get them moved from Largo, Florida to Macanda, Illinois. Okay. If we had the funds and the fuel and the equipment, we'd go down and get them ourselves, but we don't. So this is why we need people to reach out, tell everybody you know that we have these, and they just gotta bring them up. Somebody knows somebody who knows a truck driver that's leaving Largo, Florida, heading up north somewhere with an empty trailer who could really help veterans by bringing 20 mattresses to forward operating base for that's the big one right now. Of course, all the time, become that patron. $22 a month helps us grow, helps us cover things like this. You know, people got to understand this mission is God driven. Yes, and God will provide. We have faith. But the big spurts help. They really do. When God blesses us that way, but that $22 a month is the key to our success. Become that monthly patron and help this mission grow. I understand we have a guest today that deals with a natural way to get better. I love that idea. Right? Because the VA, you know how the VA works. Here, take these pills, take these pills, take these pills. I will be back after your interview because we have something very important to discuss that happened up in Orange County, New York yesterday. And I got to do a little bit more digging on that, but in that meantime, bring on the guest. Emily, no commercials. No commercials today. We're just going to flow right through, have your discussions either with this wonderful woman, help them out as much as you can to grow their business so they can do more for Die Hard. And I will see you in about 15 minutes or 20, depending on how long you two ladies stay. Thank you. God bless for all you do. And remember, teamwork makes the dream work. We'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you so much, Brian, for that wonderful report. It's really heartening when we get generous donors, like the people that have just donated those 20 mattresses, and we are really thankful. That is what we mean by that spirit of making the dream work. And that's having more people, individuals who are really excited about what we're doing, who want to volunteer in so many different ways. Just know that there are options. Everybody's welcome. We'll find something for you to do. There's always something to be done to make this dream work. And talking about making the dream work, let's just welcome Jean, who is joining us today to talk about natural ways of healing. Welcome, Jean, and tell us who you are, where you're operating from, and other things you want to share with us.
Good evening. Thank you very much, Sister Zita, for that very, very warm welcome. I'm delighted to be sharing information on the project that I'm involved in. I am in mental wellness and health. And just a little about myself. I am a wife of 41 years, mother of 2, and God has blessed me with a beautiful granddaughter. Besides that, we know health and mental health and physical health go hand in hand and are very important. For myself, why this has resonated with me is that I live with an inoperable brain tumor. So I have to maintain good health to maintain that it just stays put. The second thing is that, I live with, my mom lives with me. I am her main caregiver. She's 88 years old and she has Parkinson's. And to be able to lovingly care for her, my mental wellness has to be in place to deal with the ravages of the disease, the ups and downs. She's taking care of me. And so now I am taking care of her. And I have found that these products that I'm going to be sharing, the project I'm going to be sharing with you, has impacted me greatly and other people. So my role is just to share the information and to be able to project hope, to give people hope for a better life through improved wellness and opportunity. And I do this as a brand partner with a company called Amari Global, the mental wellness company. It's the only company in our industry that offers all natural holistic solutions for wellness. And it was founded in 2018. And it's very interesting because the owner, Hiptran, is a very successful businessman. And with that success comes stresses. And he was having an episode. Well, worried that he wasn't sick when he's going to see his children before he thought he was passed. And he made a promise to God and said to God, if you preserve me and if I live, I will start a company to support mental wellness and to help people achieve mental wellness. And so it was done. 2018, it was started. And the company offers products based on the gut-brain axis, because you know the gut is our second brain. And it is proven by science, and we've had real-time results. It's just incredible, Sister Zita. So, you know, this is almost in perfect alignment because our mission is to impact 1 million military and first responders by sharing our 3 pillars to mental wellness. And the first pillar is health. You know, health, nutrition is the key to everything. And unfortunately, our veterans are not super healthy and they are highly medicated. And we have world-class products that are able to combat this, able to combat inflammation, which is the root cause of disease and illness, through our triangle of health. We have a product to support mental wellness that's called the Happy Juice. And that is on the gut-brain axis. The gut increases production of serotonin and dopamine and GABA. So what it does, it helps to improve your mood, elevate your motivation, and gives you tons and tons of energy. We're working with a business partner who's working with a team of veterans in Maryland. And he's an insurance agent. As I had mentioned to Mr. Gibson earlier on, he is a decorated combat Marine veteran, his insurance. His population he deals with are retired vets. And this is what he has discovered, that to get the benefits, many of the vets are prescribed medication. And sadly, in his experience, they're not taking the medication because they're afraid of the side effects of the medication. So they would rather live with the PTSD, the night sweats, the inability to sleep because of the fear of the medication. I'm not saying medication is bad. It's good in its way, when it's needed. But if there is that all-natural way to be able to help that, why would you not try it first before the medication? And this is what he is doing with great results. They've been able to help a lot of the veterans that he's been working with to be able to improve and have them feel a heck of a lot better than taking the medication. So we're very encouraged to hear that. The second pillar is community. Community plays a big role in mental wellness. And oftentimes the lack of health and the loneliness is the leading cause of depression and suicide. Because a lot of veterans come home, they don't have their tribe, they don't have their goals, they don't have their roles anymore. And what we do is provide a community, both online and in person. We have a Facebook community that's called Mental Wellness Solutions, Military and First Responders, and anyone military are welcome to join. And there you can connect with other folks in the military, other veterans. You hear their stories, you hear how these products have helped them. We also have every Thursday a project briefing, mission briefing through Zoom at 7 p.m. Central Time, and anyone is free to join. And we also have in-person meetings. The next one we're having in Salt Lake City, it's a training, but it's also time for fellowship and great wholesome fun. And the last one is finances. Finances play a big role, right? And just like our heroes, our veterans who have given their lives to impact ours, to give us the freedom, as you were talking about, Dr. Zita, we can do the same in impacting people's health and giving people improved mental and physical health. And you can get paid whatever from anywhere from $500 and up. You can earn up to 38% on customers if you refer them. So the bigger the impact you can make taking these products and referring these products, the more money you can make. But at the heart of it all, Sister Zita, I'm just very passionate about what I do, because I think there is nothing more significant than being part of someone's journey to wellness. And while we're not looking for everyone, we're here to support anyone who wants to make a difference in their lives and in the lives of other people. And that is my brief overview. I welcome anybody who wants to come and find out some more information on our Zoom on Thursdays. But I don't know if perhaps there are questions that you may want to ask, or did I talk to, or probably I talked a whole lot and gave you a whole lot of information, more than what you expected.
No, that was really good information. You provided enough information. Thank you so much for what you do. And like you rightly said, we all need to get better, feel better, and support other people to do the same, especially when we talk about people who have given service to our nation. You know, they deserve better. That's what I always say. This group of people deserve better. And I don't think what they're receiving right now is the best of treatment, or even the best of service in general. They deserve better. So I'm glad that you have this nice product to offer. I know, and you know about health insurance and how all of that works. For some people who would really like to jump into this, would their insurance take care of this, or is that going to be out of pocket?
It would be, Sister Zita, it would be out of pocket.
Okay.
It would be out of pocket. It wouldn't be with insurance.
Yeah, because I know that's one of the, struggles and challenges people go through when you start talking to them about, good products, wonderful products. And it's for the population we're talking about. But most of them really are not in that position where they can say, I have extra cash that I can do, to do this. But the good thing, like you also added, was somebody can actually become, a part of it and get something, become a member. If correct me if I'm wrong, and then get referrals and get something, and then you can even be getting products, right? By making referrals. So, can you speak to us about those referrals, and if one wants to start, are there steps to it, or please, can you share a little bit more on that?
Yes, thank you, Sister Zita, for the opportunity. When you're looking at the information on a whole that I shared with you, you have either one or two roles. You can either become a customer, and if you are on a regular shipment, you do get a preferred price. The second is to become a brand partner, and there are different price points to be able to become a brand partner. When you become a brand partner, not only will you get the products at a wholesale price, but when you refer customers, you earn a customer bonus every single month. And the more customers and the more lives you really are impacting, the more bonus. It's like an affiliate fee. You earn a small affiliate fee for every order that comes in. And if you partner and bring other people in who perhaps love the products and want to buy it at wholesale, you will earn a little bit on what they have brought in. But the whole concept about it, Sister Zita, is you're not earning unless you're helping someone. You're not earning unless you're helping someone feel better. You're not earning unless you're taking a helping hand and showing people the way on how to do the business, which is what I love, right? Because it's not about you. It always has to be service to others, because I think that's what we're put on earth here to do. It's not to take, but to give. It's more blessed to give than to receive.
Absolutely.
And from that perspective, and the name of the company, Amari, means to love. And that's one of its founding core values is love, because that is one of the greatest commandments. We're called to love.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that part, because that's very important for especially for the group that Brian is trying to put together right now. When stuff like that gets to a group and gets to a family, people are able to understand and even witness some improvement, in their family member, the community member, and it really helps. It really helps other people to say, oh, if this person has really improved, taking this, I might have to try it. So I'm glad that you came to a podcast to talk about this wonderful product. And like you said, love is the key.
Love is the key.
If we all can really show a little bit of love to our neighbor in this world, there will be peace. We all will live in a very peaceful environment. And that's all you guys are promoting also.
That's right.
That's what you're promoting. And I'm so glad that you came to talk about it today. And so you have your information on the charts for people who connect with you.
What I will do, Sister Zita, is I will post on the chat the link to the Zoom webinar we have on Thursdays that you're free to come to get far more information that I've provided for you in 15 minutes. You will hear from veterans who are involved. We have Navy SEAL veterans, we have Marine veterans, Air Force veterans, and you will be hearing from some of them depending on their schedule. So I will put it in the chat as well as my contact information. There was a question about there's a vet discount. There isn't a vet discount, but if you're on a regular shipment, yes, there is a discount of anywhere from 10 to 20% off on it. So I will post this, and I will also post my email address.
That's great. That's great. Thanks a lot for doing that.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you ever so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk. And as I had said, it's information. It's just information, planting seeds. If it can help someone, one person, that'll be huge. And that's all I do. Share information and let the information sell itself. And not to shake anybody's pocket, shake anybody upside down and take the money out of their pocket. That's not fun. No, that's not cool.
Right.
So thank you. No, it isn't. Absolutely not.
Right.
So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So now we have Brian back. So Brian, what do you have to share with us?
Okay, now don't run away, Ms. Jim, because we have open discussions here. Right? You help veterans.
Yes.
Told you I had to dig into something, right? Boom. On our Facebook page, Project Die Hard 22. The synopsis of this is 20 veterans, when they noticed that they were being evicted from this hotel to make room for illegal aliens coming from New York City to Newburgh, New York. Now, when I say evicted, they transferred them from this 2-star hotel down to a 1-star hotel. Okay. This is what irks me. Veterans, I being one, have served this country, not for riches, because we don't make a big paycheck. All the medals I have, you can keep. We do it to serve the people of the United States. The people of the United States. This whole mission is to give back to my brothers and sisters, to bring them hope. So this is something we got to discuss, I think. So as our guest, what's your opinion on this situation?
You know what I thought about? First of all, I'm calling from Canada. So I'm taking an outsider's perspective into the US. But I think when you think of basic humanity, it's the same no matter where. I am just curious to know, why did they not put the legal immigrants in the other hotel and keep the veterans where they were?
Again, this is why it's very important for everybody to reach out to your local representative. Okay, as a faith-based, scripture-led nonprofit, we do not endorse any political party. Okay, but people, you need to reach out to your representative and you need to ask them that question, because trust me, I am. I've already shot an email out to 4 senators that I work with. What happened here and why? Right? Now, you're from Canada. Do you know that we work with the Disability Channel out of Toronto?
No.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I saw a podcast that you had been doing with the Disability Channel. I hadn't realized it was Canadian. It was out of Toronto. That's very interesting.
Well, once we get established down here, that a veteran is a veteran.
Yeah.
I don't care what country, right? We're going to take care of ours here first.
Mm-hmm.
But I fought alongside some great Canadian forces. So I know they've seen what I've seen, right? We'll eventually get up into Canada, but the Disability Channel has programs helping disabled veterans right now that we're helping bring down here to America.
Mm-hmm.
This is called teamwork, right? So Zita, what's your input on that?
For me, really, that doesn't make sense. That's not fair. But I'm just wondering why that was done in the first place, with the communications, with the consultations prior to this decision. You said they were given a 1-day notice. I'm just wondering why the urgency. I'm not really understanding it. Did they talk? Is there someone over there that you have talked to? You know, to give you some of what really happened.
I got this information from a sister veteran who runs BlueDragonfly.net. Got to give them a shout out. They handle our marketing, are working on our websites and stuff. She was a hospital coroner. Okay. I'm in contact all the time with other leaders of other nonprofits. And as much as I'd love to answer those questions right now, I don't have those answers, but I will get them. And so that's why it's important to follow our social media feeds, because we will be posting updates on this. Because if you know anything of me, Zita, when I get that bone in my mouth, I'm gonna gnaw it till it's, especially this. You move veterans, you place illegals in the hotel they're staying in, but you move veterans to a lower rated hotel. Yeah, that's a question I need answered too. I just got this literally 20 minutes before this podcast. But I felt it was so important to bring out to our people situations like this are happening everywhere across this nation. This is why people's help to our mission is so important. Forward operating base rush is just the start. A minimum of one facility in every state. That's the plan right now. And then, yes, we'll be moving north into our brothers and sisters of Canada, building facilities. But there's a lot of legal hoops we gotta deal with that one. So that's gonna take a little bit more time. But in that meantime, help us build our facilities, right? That way there, when we go to, what's your capital?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Yep. When we go to Ottawa, I'm gonna have a little bit more punch saying, hey. So, but again, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole mission was started again after I got that call from the wife of Eric Kempton. Doc, he's standing in the garage. That's unacceptable. We're based on Romans 15:13. Hope. When you see all of our tags on our social media, God, faith, hope, love. That's what we hashtag. First thing. We got Kirk coming in. Kurt, I'm gonna give you a heads up. We're gonna ambush you with your opinion on these 20 veterans that were evicted. That's a heads up for you. There you go.
Well,
Yeah,
You did.
before hi, Kat.
hi Zita.
Okay, Lita, what do you got? We lost her.
Zita, do you have anything else or was that it?
Sorry?
It sounded like you were going to say something before me. Were you done?
Yeah, no, I was just saying before you say something, that I know, Brian, you said something about, being in touch with people all the time. And I guess what you mean by that is those who connect with veterans. So is that people in administration or just ordinary, veterans themselves? I was just not clear about, when you say you've been in touch with people, what does that mean? Are they the people that we're talking about that are involved in the victims themselves or the managers?
Well, I talk to veterans every day when they call and say, hey, can I get a bed? And I gotta break their heart because we're not operational yet. I talk with other veteran nonprofits. I talk with other veteran nonprofit leaders on what can we do to work together. I talk to politicians on what are you doing to end veteran suicide. So yes, I talk to everybody. Okay, we lost Lita, she may be back. Okay, Kurt, you're up now.
All right. Well, I mean, in terms of the topic of the day with the eviction and so forth, I hope that it's quite obvious, in weeks and months past, getting involved in Project iHeart and everything that's presented here. I think there's a general issue in our nation that, the veterans of our country are put in a precarious position, to look at, what the, future holds for them, with our citizens and our leaders and businesses like hotels and stuff like that. So for sure, when when we have somebody taking action on a veteran, I hope that we're a country that rises up in patriotism and says, that's just not how you treat our veterans, So I know part of the issue is with illegal aliens, or illegal immigrants, so on and so forth. So yeah, the other side of it is whatever we have to do, to take care of, people visiting our country and to do things properly, according to the United States of America. But yeah, for sure, the veteran issue. I mean, I've been talking since I learned a year ago from these projects about how veterans, don't want to reveal their identity when going for jobs and stuff like this. There's a lot of examples. So this is just kind of the next thing coming down the pipe, for how we're adding insult to injury. The idea of what all veterans go through on our behalf, and that's what I appreciate. I never had to go through, what serving in that capacity, does for the rest of life, the sacrifice there. And so I appreciate the sacrifice that veterans did on my behalf. And then to hear that they're being evicted from a hotel and, stuff like this, it's just like, when is this going to end? When are we going to be hundreds of millions of people saying, treat our veterans first class, period?
In full agreement. In full agreement. That was really good, Kurt. That it is. If you say illegal immigrants, let's say aliens, let's put in that air. Okay, it's everybody deserves a hand up. I'm not against everybody getting a hand up. We specialize here at Project iHeart with my brothers and sisters today. But, I had this discussion the other day with some other ministers. Why are we sending millions of dollars around the world to handle issues when we have a bunch of issues right here in the United States? What issues do you have up in Canada with your veterans and just social issues? Especially for veterans, Richard. Give us a Canadian view on that.
I think the issues that are faced with our Canadian veterans are very similar to what is happening in the US. And I think that oftentimes not enough care and thought is given to the policies that will benefit them the best. I'm not a politician, and I read what I see what I read. And with all due respect, I sometimes think expediency is the consideration. So I'm picking my words very carefully because it's something that I see and I notice, but I'm not in the midst of to be an advocacy of what is happening with veterans. But I believe the overall view is the treatment that and the policies that are in place are not commensurate to the sacrifices that were made for us all.
Yes.
It's not commensurate to the sacrifices that they have made. And I believe in North America, that seems to be the trend, that seems to be evidenced, both in Canada and the US.
Well, you made a point there, expedient, right? Project iHeart, well, first let me premise this like this. You can't fix anything in 90 days. Mental, physical, you can't fix it in 90 days. Anybody who says you can, snake oil. Okay, this is why we give our veterans up to a year at our facilities to get back on their feet in a safe, secure spot. I see a lot of people doing the expedient things. And that may cover the immediate need, but does it fix the underlying condition? I get approached all the time. Pay our electric bill, pay our water bill, pay this, pay that. And that's not our wheelhouse. There's other organizations that are referred to, that's what they do for their mission. But then I have to think, why are they in that thing? Why do they go and get nonprofits every month to pay their utilities when they're working? Or they get disability, or they have a budget? We're here to help those who want to be helped. I have contacts for financial planning I share with veterans. Free of charge to you. Get back on their feet. My brothers and sisters, you got to step up too. You got to want to get help. I guess that's the whole point. I'm saying. So up north, it's the same situation. I'll say it again. Ever since time began and nations have stood up armies, they've trained us to go and do and see things that no human being should ever have to see. No nation since history started and they started coming back from those things, has any nation figured out how to untrain us, and nobody can unsee what they've seen in their life. So problem ain't gonna go away. And I'm not saying we're the fix, but we're gonna put a big dent in it, only with other people's help, because we are a true nonprofit. I do not take a salary, none of my leadership gets paid. Every donation we get goes right to the mission. Okay, I'm talking a lot. Come on, guys, give me something else, because I will beat this around. Let's talk about Orchard Lake and water skiing, Kurt. Your wife mentioned that last week. Do we have any movement on that?
Well, the water ski season is moving along, and we here in Wisconsin are looking forward to the show ski season. There's some good shows in Illinois anyway, and there's a good show in Indiana. And, but in terms of Kentucky, I don't know what's going on there. But in terms of this lake in Illinois, yeah, the conversation definitely is on target to something rather feasible. So yeah, it is an actionable item to, gather with veterans or whoever you want to serve, veterans and their families for water skiing. So
speaking of lake, see, glad we talked about lake. There's no give back day in June at Bob Rush. Why? We have an opportunity to take 10 veterans fishing. Another organization has reached out and said, we will give you 10 spots. We have one right now locked in coming from Chicago. If you are a veteran and you want to go bass fishing for the day, we now have 9 spots available. Reach out to Kurt, Victor, myself, right? If you're interested, June 10th, I'm taking a fishing trip out in Kentucky Lake. It's open to any veteran nationwide. we can quasi give you a bed for the night at Bob Rush. It ain't the Ritz, I'm telling you, because we're working there, but I guarantee you slept in worse in Afghanistan and Iraq. So if you want to go fishing, reach out. Okay, plug done. We all stand here and stare at each other.
That's really good to hear that some people are giving away that kind of opportunity to veterans. And I think for me that's what we mean by we all have to come together, whatever we have, whoever we are, whatever skills anyone has. No skill is a waste when we're talking about building a community. Earlier about mattresses. Again, when we talk about who can help, is saying is looking for transportation. So if anyone has that capacity, you're also welcome to please chip in and let us know how we can get those mattresses to their final destination. And I thank all those who have really volunteered in so many ways, and those who are still considering volunteer opportunity, please reach out to Brian, and we are here to help make it happen, build community. And community is not built by one person. It is a communal effort. So I'm so glad to hear that people are responding in so many different ways to build our community and to bring hope to our veterans.
It's all right. Teamwork makes the dream work. I've been touting that for 6 years. Together, everyone accomplishes more. No one organization can do it all. This is why we have our resource department. Hit Strong Counseling, Veterans Ranch, equine therapy, police catering services. If you have a nonprofit and want to bring your programs to our facilities, reach out. Let's talk. It doesn't have to be an American Canadian thing, it's North America. And we already work with the Disability Channel out of Canada. So don't think that we won't. We got to figure out, do you have a program? Do you believe God always comes first? And that through Jesus Christ, anything is possible. That's the first rule you got to overcome. Okay? When you get that, then we work on the nuts and bolts of everything else. Next.
Absolutely.
All right, so Brian, to help sweeten the deal on what's going on here through transport.
So, Shin, are there final words? Okay.
So to sweeten the deal on what we're trying to do here at Project iHeart and to get this done, we're working with Transform You Media Network, Marcus Hart there. There is a health expo, and we have a free ticket that's available in the Orlando area with the Orlando Marriott and the convention that is going on there and so forth. So I want to show a little graphic here, if I can get this to work here. It's taking a little bit for my assistant to respond, but So we have a ticket to give away. And so if people are interested in this, I'm just thinking of ways that we can help people be incentivized to go ahead and help us out here. So this Holistic Lifestyle Expo down there in Orlando, Florida, we've got a ticket for, and we can give that away through Project iHeart for people who are helping us, or for a person that is helping us.
Okay.
So that's available if it helps anything to get people attracted to be a part of our mission here. That became available. It's like if I went to Florida to take advantage of it, it'd be mine, but I'm going to throw it in the pot and say if anybody wants to get to that event at the end of May and first day.
Okay, so it's Monday. Okay, here's the deal. Those who become a $22 a month patron between today, May 15th, and let me look here, when's the next Monday?
It's the 22nd, I believe.
There you go, the 22nd. If you become a monthly patron at $22 a month between today and the 22nd, your name will go in the hat for that ticket. Thank you and God bless Kurt Redcar for donating that ticket to Project iHeart. When, again, you become a monthly patron, $22 a month, between the 15th and the 22nd, you get that ticket. Now, so they just have to get there. The hotel's covered, everything's covered, right?
No, this is for the event. This is for the conference, ticket to the conference.
Okay, I just gotta make sure.
Yeah.
So this is the ticket to the conference. That is rated at what? How much is that ticket?
Let me see. Holistic Lifestyle Expo. I have to look up their prices. Give me a moment while you talk 30 minutes.
Okay,
I don't remember what it was.
well, usually those things ain't cheap.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because trust me, there's a few I would love to get to, but I just can't afford it because we need more $22 a month patrons. We gotta cover the propane bill at Bob Rush first. Before I can.
And so they have last chance unlimited VIP. Well, in terms of the ticket we're giving away, I think it's exhibition hall only is a $99 ticket. I believe that's what the ticket is to go into the exhibition hall.
All right, so you have a ticket worth $99 that you can get for $22.
Mm-hmm.
Well, $22 and a hat picking thing. And actually, I wanted a ticket. Happy Neighborhood Project. I know Kurt's wife has access to this little thing where they plug in names and the computer goes, oh, right?
Yeah, we call it the Happy Wheel. Yeah.
Okay, so your name will go to Kurt's wife to put on the Happy Wheel. And then next Monday, we'll say, 7:25 works. We will spin the Happy Wheel and announce the winner of that ticket. Cool. All right, round robin. What message of hope do you have for my brothers and sisters? Zita, you go first.
So, my brothers and sisters who are veterans, I always want to let you know that we love you. We're here for you. We're gonna do all we can to support you.
Oh, thank you. Ms. Chin, what do you have for my brothers and sisters in way of hope?
Thank you. You know, that there is another way to wellness other than medication. that there is for ages and ages before we had medication. And there's nothing wrong with medication, don't get me wrong, but for ages and ages, there were traditional medicines that people were using to great effect. And there is an alternative that you can take a look at. And rather than getting the prescription and not taking it, there is an alternative place for you to start your journey to wellness and your journey to be able to impact not only you, but your family. Because when someone isn't well in your family, it affects your whole family. So please keep that in mind, that there are alternatives and that there are folks out there that are wanting you to be on that road to having a better life through wellness.
All right, so I'm not a veteran, and what I learned in the last 10, 15 years is that in this area, it's important for a veteran to talk to another veteran. So I feel if there's any message here that there's commitment there, that being able to talk to another veteran or other veterans is something that can happen. And I guess the other part of it is, this is an issue that has been, rising up for many, many years, and it's still going the wrong direction. So the idea is whatever it is for yourself, the idea of being a veteran, I take it that there's a lot there for a person in knowing what you've done serving our nation. And in that same direction, if not for your situation, we're talking about spreading hope to veterans, so that whatever we can do to talk this through and to, as a nation, get together, and that everyone matters. We need the input of everyone to help this nation get over and above it. And each individual, including any veteran that's listening to this, we need all input, like an all hands on deck effort. That's what it's about, so that there's no veteran that's not a vital component to the future of this issue for everyone. So let's do it together. I'm here for sure.
All right, okay. My final words, brothers and sisters, don't give up the fight. You are too important to everybody around you. There is hope, right? We are taught continue mission. Doesn't matter what's going on. You have to be here tomorrow to continue the mission. And your mission is to get better. So see, you talk about we lost our tribe. No, we're still full. So step up, step out, and don't give up. On behalf of Project Die Hard and Miss Zeta, our special guest, and our ambassador, Kurt, thank you for joining us this evening on the Monday Mission podcast. And we will see you next week with hopefully outstanding news. Y'all be safe. Praise God. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, everyone.
And we're clear.